Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a random review. I'm Random Ross and today I review Peacemaker Season 2. So this is the latest installment in James Gunn's DCU, aired on HBO Max in America or Sky Max here in the UK. And this is created and run by James Gunn based on the DC characters, and it stars of course John Cena, Danielle Brooks, Freddie Storma, Jennifer Holland, Steve Agee, Frank Grillo and Robert Patrick. So this is the second season of Peacemaker, where you saw season 1 in 2023, which was part of the DCEU. But since James Gunn's took control of things, he's retconned that whole ending with the Justice League cameo and redone it with the Justice Gang, because, he's sort of like ditching that whole bit and just having Peacemaker within the DCU. Meaning the Suicide Squad still happened, and of course we see Rick Flag in this, Rick Flag Sr., played by Frank Grillo, who's out to avenge his son because Peacemaker was responsible for that, or even though he was ordered by Amanda Waller. And of course, we see that, Chris Smith, Peacemaker, he's tired of his world, and with this portal device that he acquired as a kid with his dad, he decides to dimension hop and go to a different universe where he is a beloved hero, and then at one point decides to live there in that universe. But however, when the rest of the gang come to get him, Amelia and Vigilante and the big bearded guy, what's his name? That's it. But John and Leota and Vigilante come to get him. He then soon discovers it's not the universe he thought it were. It's a Nazi universe where the Nazis won the war in World War II. Of course, he then goes back to his world with Eagerly at his side, his little sidekick, and we just see violence and chaos unfold, and a lot of comical banter, a lot of violence and swearing. So yeah, that's the plot. What did I like about this one? First of all, John Cena. He's a funny actor. I can never take the guy seriously. He just somehow nails it in every role I've seen him in, even though he's a former wrestler. Yeah, sure. I think he doesn't put much into his roles, but it makes it work. Also, I like the opening credits. First season we had him, the whole cast dancing to Do You Want to Taste It. Now we've got this new other song, Foxy Shazam with Oh Lord. And I weren't really a huge fan of the song choice at first, but it did grow on me. And now I like that song. So yeah, I like the opening credits. I never skipped them, I kept watching. I also thought, I like the return of some old characters as well as new ones. We get Easter eggs to the DCU. We get Lex Luthor cameo in one episode, played by Nicholas Hoult, who reprises his role from Superman that came out back in the summer. I also liked the violence, the comedy, and how this show was not afraid to delve into the R-rated territory and kept it away from PG-13. I thought, it was a fun season with the dimension hopping and stuff, and James Gunn just knows how to tell a fun superhero action adventure. And also when Disney pretty much shot themselves in the foot with that whole scandal, they sacked him over, and now he's running DC. I like what he's been doing. I like that we get, Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern and Hawkgirl be reoccurring faces in this. It was just a fun 8-episode season. I waited till the whole season had concluded so I can binge watch the whole thing, and I did so, and I loved all 8 episodes. It was just funny, witty, moving, and just fun. It was a fun watch, and James Gunn outdid himself again, but unfortunately the ending for it with on that cliffhanger. Apparently James Gunn has no plans for a third season, which is unfortunate, but come on James Gunn, if you're watching, which is very unlikely, give us that third season, or at least wrap it up with maybe a Peacemaker movie. But you know, the man's busy at the moment with DC Studios. He's got a shit ton of projects going on all at once, so you know, even if we do get a third season, or we're going to get a third season, it could be a couple years like the last one. But yeah, a little disappointed that he ended it the way he did, but maybe he's got bigger plans for Peacemaker in other DCU projects. So, you know, I'm hoping that this isn't one of these things that are left hanging that become unresolved. You know, I really want to see more. I like to think that his DCU started in 2018 with The Suicide Squad. Not 2018, 2021. You know, even though that film didn't happen, the events of it still happened within that universe, as I said already, with Peacemaker and the whole vendetta with Rick Flag Sr. Anyway, Peacemaker Season 2, I enjoyed this season. It was a fun one. I will give this, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5 for Peacemaker Season 2. It was a fun watch. So yeah, if you love DC, the DCU, and all that stuff, James Gunn's works, then do check it out. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this one. I have been Random Ross. This has been a random review on Peacemaker Season 2. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description, so you can check all that out. So yeah, and if you love horror content, I have a channel for that too, linked down below or in the description or in the cards above. As of making this video right now, I'm currently doing 31 days, so you know, with me being occupied with that on that channel, I'll be doing probably some horror movie reviews on this channel, as it is October and the spooky season. Anyway, yeah, I'm rattling on now. So yeah, that's it for this one. So until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends. Goodbye.